Sam Heughan has been stealing hearts since he first appeared as Jamie Fraser on TV series Outlander, and fans were overjoyed when he announced his newest project following Season 6, a memoir that will focus on the experiences that shaped him as a person. Keep on watching as we discuss all we know about the upcoming book. First up, the memoir. On March 22nd, the Outlander star made the announcement on Instagram about the release of his first solo writing project. The autobiography will be full of his personal stories, experiences, and his plans and hopes for the future. Heughan always seems to be busy with one thing or another, like making an award-winning whiskey called the Sassenach, giving viewers a tour of the Scottish Highlands on his road trip show, and even a tequila called the Sassenach Select. But this will prove to be his most personal project yet. The memoir will be titled Waypoints and will be published both in the UK by Radar as well as in the US by Voracious. Waypoints will be framed by Heughan's attempts to hike the West Highland Way, a journey which he explains as 100 miles from his own home to base of Ben Nevis, the highest mountain in the UK. It was his idea to do something a bit more different than your usual run-of-the-mill autobiography. He explained that even though he wanted to share the experiences and events that shaped his life, he needed to challenge himself and get away from the distractions to achieve that. And for him, there was no better place to do that than in the Great Scottish Highlands. Bryony Gowlett, the Radar publisher who obtained the English rights to the book, said that it's not only a memoir, but also a love letter to Scotland. Gowlett explained that the walk itself serves as a backdrop to the stories being told, and the result in it becoming a love letter to the Scottish landscape, which is very dear to Heughan. She added that it serves a charming and funny insight into the world through his eyes. The publisher also applauded Heughan's dedication to writing the memoir and teased that the book will be just as revealing to him as it will be to his fans. The autobiography will be a lead title for Radar, and we can't wait to see a new side to our favorite Scottish actor. Heughan posted a short clip giving us a peek at what's to come from the first day of the Highland adventure. He's been breathing heavily in the clip and tells the fans how difficult the walk had been. He also points in the distance to show viewers where he's headed next. Though the wait will feel way too long, Waypoints is set to come out only a couple months later on October 25th, 2022, and will be released both in the UK and the US at the same time. Waypoints won't be the first time Heughan's written a book, though. The actor has already had huge success with his past two books, written with Outlander co-star Graham MacTavish. Both went on to become bestsellers with a great response from both fans and general audiences. Their first book together is called Clanlands, which offers readers an adventure and exploration of Scotland with some good alcohol thrown in there as well. The book's foreword was given by the author of the Outlander book series, Diana Gabaldon, who describes it as two men having adventures in one country with a heck ton of whiskey. The actors claim to have no specific plan in mind when they start the adventure, armed with their sturdy camper van and an even sturdier friendship. As the two discover and explore their homeland, they get a chance to find out how the real thing is so much better than they could have imagined. The book has a little bit of everything from dangerous, life-threatening experiences to spending multiple weeks in an enclosed space and a cast of memorable characters. There isn't one boring moment, and Clanlands became so successful that it sold around 370,000 English copies alone and was translated into multiple languages such as German, Spanish, Hungarian, and more. Next, the Clanlands Almanac. After the success of their first book, Heughan and MacTavish teamed up once more to write the follow-up to Clanlands called the Clanlands Almanac. They explained that if the first book was a gentle road trip and exploration of Scotland, the second would be much, much crazier. With 12 months of whiskey-fueled adventures, they explored the clans, the mountains, the feuds, some great and not so great Scots, and so much more. It isn't all entertainment though. The publisher for Clanlands Almanac, Hachette, explained that the book is as practical as it is fun. They described it as being educational in a lighthearted way, showing the readers the beauty of Scottish history and culture through the experiences of two passionate Scotsmen. If you want to get started with your own Scottish exploration, this book is a great starting point, and if you're just here to be entertained, it's also the perfect guide to get lost in for a couple of days. Next, Men in Kilts. If you're more into television than you are into reading, but still want to learn about Heughan and MacTavish's adventures, we've got you. The two also have a show together on Starz where they, again, travel around Scotland and take the viewers along as they shed some light on the culture and ethnicity of the local people. Each episode focuses on a different aspect of Scotland. For example, one episode shows them as they try the cuisine and local dishes of the area they're visiting. Viewers also get a lot of interesting insights into the actors as well, like them being squeamish unlike their warrior characters on Outlander, and they're also pretty bad at Highland dancing too. Now, in other related news, Sam Heughan wins Audio Award. If you guys needed any more convincing to pick up Clanlands, here you have it. Heughan and MacTavish beat fierce competition to win the Audio Award for their narration of the first Clanlands book. The Audio Awards are called the Oscars for audiobooks, and this year's event was hosted by actor Kal Penn. The pair were earlier nominated in the Best History Biography category and had stiff competition with other great works like Somerset, Benjamin Franklin, Music as History, A Weekend with Pablo Picasso, and more. Other big names to win the award this year were former President Barack Obama for A Promised Land and Lin-Manuel Miranda for narrating Aristotle and Dante Dive into the Waters and Dante Dive into the Waters of the World by Benjamin Alaire Sáenz. Being among such a prestigious list list of winners only makes Heughan and MacTavish's achievement all the more impressive. Next, an Outlander star explains meaning behind the kilt scene. Sam Heughan has explained the meaning behind a risky kilt scene in Season 6. In Episode 3 of the most recent season, Jamie goes out fishing and comes across Fergus, who he supports after the latter tries to take his own life. During the emotional scene, viewers spotted the return of a fan favorite piece, Jamie's kilt. One fan asked Heughan why the kilt returned for fishing of all things, and the actor explained that there's a deeper meaning behind it. Since the kilt was illegal to wear during those times, the punishment would be very bad if someone was caught in it. Jamie can't risk himself and his family, especially since he's potentially working for the crown. But when he's alone with no risk of being caught, he can be his true self without the fear of being hunted down for it. The show does focus on the Scottish tartans, which were historically banned, and in a flashback in Season 6, we see Jamie taking the punishment for an old man for possessing his clan colors. This isn't the first time the kilt has been a subject of fan discussion, as he wears it earlier in front of some soldiers. In the opening of Season 5, he even wears it in the presence of the crown. But author Diana Gabaldon explained that while it definitely was illegal, they didn't quite care to actually enforce a law like that. It was pointless in the colonies around the 1770s, and there weren't many forces to spare for the task either. Now, the Outlander prequel. Though there had been rumors about an Outlander prequel for a while, it only got confirmed in February this year. Outlander showrunner Matthew B. Roberts will be returning to write and as an executive producer on the series. Ronald D. Moore and Meryl Davis will also be returning as executive producers. Though the series is shrouded in mystery at this point, we can at least guess at what the plot might focus on. As fans of the novels already know, Gabaldon has written a number of short stories and novellas in the world of Outlander, but only one of them is a prequel, Virgins. Virgins is a novella that follows a 19-year-old Jamie Fraser as a mercenary in 18th century France. But Gabaldon has said that while she's working on the 10th and potentially the final Outlander novel, she is also working on another prequel. She revealed that it would focus on Ellen Mackenzie, Jamie's mother, which suggests that it'll be set well before Virgins. But we don't know whether the prequel series will also focus on Ellen. It's easy to see how showing her upbringing in the Scottish Highlands, her courtship with Brian Fraser along with the birth of Jamie, and her other children would make for an entertaining story. That's a wrap for this video. See you in the next one.